to a video of a few updates of certain Stormtrooper model kits that I have gone and painted and given them like a nicer look than just the built version. I'm just looking at this box here because it's the only box I keep. I tend to get rid of certain model kit boxes because they're just a huge waste of space, and then just keep one box to put a few model kits in there. So today we're taking a look at, of course, this set, the Bike and the Scout Trooper, as well as the Rogue One Death Trooper and two Sand Troopers that I have painted. Out of the lot, this is probably the one that has the worst done to it, because this is also the oldest painted one that's just been left lying around. But you see here, for the most part, his black areas and the white areas have more of a matte finish now instead of that really glossy plastic view. I was up at a little bit of the black details there on his nose. Let me just zoom in on that. Right down the nose and the forehead, and of course I painted the front here as a proper silver, the black lines on there, so I think that looks pretty good. I added little black details on his clips on the front and the back, but again, like I said, I haven't done a good job. This is one of the older painted ones, and his boots are still glossy, whoopsies. Also a bit of silver detail on the back of the helmet and that red line there, which is a recent addition to the paint job, so I think that's turned out pretty good. It's just surprising how much you can advance your painting skills in just a year when you just keep trying and keep painting. But there you go. You can see like this black line's messed up, but this red line's super clear because I used white paint and then red paint on top of that quite easily. And this patchy back piece here, there was some like yellowing happening to it because I just didn't put it properly. I just left it in the box outside near the sun. Sanded it down a little bit where the clipping used to be. I didn't even bother doing that back then, and just gave it a very nice white spray and just a quick sort of flat finish, so it looks much better than the rest of the suit. The bike's base. Now this I'm quite proud of. First of all, I sprayed the whole thing. See, this is the original sort of kind of muddy gray brown color. But you see here, I sprayed this completely. At first, I just did the brown spray all over, including the tree, of course. And then I very quickly went over a bit of green, same as the floor. I sprayed a huge chunk of blue, transparent blue, but a lot of painters probably find that wasteful. And then I just went over that with like gloss all over this crap. And yeah, hopefully that turned out okay. And I think for the most part, I'm quite surprised that I didn't actually have too much paint go off the sides, but just a bit there. But overall, I'm quite pleased with this base. But bases are boring, so let's clip the bike in and put them up here. Now this I'm quite proud of, this right here. There you go, just changing the camera exposure and all that just a little bit, just to make sure I get everything right here. So this looks kind of close to what it does in real life. First of all, same sort of brown finish on everything, but I didn't just do brown finish. I actually went in and with the silver leaf paint and giving it a silver first, brown it, and then went and got something to scratch the front here, so it looks like bits of the paint's coming off and the silver showing up underneath. All over the front, I did that. So that's kind of cool. Black seal, of course, I gave it a nice matte black spray, got a bit of silver there. Quite pleased with this. I've never really done weathering before I did this. So just a sort of creamy color, and then just went actually went over it with the Gundam weathering pens to give it the darker brown, and went over a bit of gold there to give it that color on the clips as well. And then a nice bright, sort of more brighter silver and grey on the back panels here. I sort of did like a mixture of grey and silver. Like I would spray a bit of silver and spray a bit of grey, not too much, not to cover up the silver, just enough to give it that gradient, like a very thin spray. So went quite far away from the model, so that's what I did. With the rest of the body, I did the same as well. I just went over it with grey and then just tiny bits of silver here and there, just to give it that sort of rusted metal look. And I think it turned out okay. And there's a bit of dirt on here, just a bit of brown on these shoe bits, these leg rests. And yeah, just, you know, I actually lost a piece there. I was like, damn it, but I'm not too bothered about that. I think the overall look of the bike is still there and it looks really cool. A bit of red there, of course, and some red and black on the buttons there. And I did apply, for the most part, I used stickers because they were small and flat enough. I didn't want to bother with decals. Oh, and some red on these little triangles there. But I did apply decals on certain areas such as this because this area is a bit bumpy and too small for the sticker to apply properly. So decal there. And got some of this sticker there. There's a few stickers here and there on the front there, just for that more detail. Even the Fig Arts bike doesn't have details like that the model gives you stickers for the optional details. So in a way, this is slightly more detailed than the Big Arts version, which is way too expensive. You can still find this model kit in certain model shops. I see it at Fook-Lei, for example, in Shamshui-Po in Hong Kong. You can probably still get it online, of course. And it's still relatively cheap for how much stuff you get in here. So, and overall, I mean, some bits, these smaller bits might feel a little bit more fragile, like this is almost spongy feeling. But even these bits, but if you glue them, now these bits I actually did glue them down. If you glue them down properly, and the overall body does feel quite solid, so even as a model kit, it's alright. We have the Death Trooper, not much done with him. Basically, I just I sanded the edges down for this and just gave it a silver spray on this piece. And I gave this a gunmetal spray, well, a silver spray first and gunmetal spray, just make sure the color stands out a bit. So that's it really for the main body, but what I'm quite pleased with is I managed to give this tip like a gradient silver spray. I added the stickers there, I just didn't bother with the red paint, I was just getting lazy at that point, doing all the spray process. But what I'm really pleased with how well this turned out is I picked up the Tamiya metallic black spray. You can see here the guns look, this is a nicer shade of dark. Now I'll just compare it to this. This is a bit more grey, a bit too bright, and didn't quite work too well with certain guns and weapons. So this metallic black here, I think looks really good. So I spray all 3 of his guns with this metallic black and then just went over with a matte finish. So it gives a very nice shine to it. Because you'd think when you see a can like metallic black, doesn't the black cover everything? No, you can see the little silver bits in here. It looks awesome. This is a very nice spray. So for all sort of blasters and guns out there, instead of getting gunmetal, get metallic black. It looks really good. These are the 2 like rifles that come with the Sand Troopers, and yeah, metallic black again. Look how nice that looks. Sand Trooper 1. These grey bits, those are just stickers. I was getting a bit lazy. I was like, I don't want to paint that. I will just sticker it up. But the reason why it looks good, doesn't look quite like stickers, at least I don't think they do, is because the whole thing's been sprayed over with a flat finish, which really covers up and hides the edges quite a bit. So that's quite nice. Now the backpack is not painted at all, or this piece. So it's just like a single ring. That's not painted. Metallic black again for this gun. But the hell, so most of the detail is just on the helmet. And so anyway, I painted the brown bits in the mouth and the silver bits on the tips there. Grey and black there, which I did quite poorly, but hopefully the dirt will just hide that a bit. I did quite bad there. And these decals, like applied decals to them, I was using the Mr. Setter for it and Mr. Soffer to make it really melt into the grooves. And I failed so many times. Good thing I have like, like 10 boxes of Stormtrooper kits. So there's lots of spare decals to go through. I kept breaking the decals. I couldn't apply it just right. I'm not good at it. It's my bad. So without any practice, I just kept failing. But eventually I got some that were okay. And I just still broke it just a little bit. So I was like, I'm gonna hide this with more of that dirt. So which turned out okay. With the spray on top and dirt, I think it looks okay. And speaking of dirt, you can see I just went over this and just dirtied them up a bit because he's a Sand Trooper. And I sprayed the entire body with, again, just flat finish. So basically with dirt, again, it was just Gundam marker wheel touch set. Got the brown and yellow, two different colors, just and a tissue, and just draw one, and then just use tissue to rub all over as much as I want. This one's not as dirty. Just before I go on to the next one, this piece here, it was just masking tape, and then spray white primer, and then the orange color, same as the Dragon Ball Z figures, actually, same yellow, same orange. Actually messed up with there as well, and I just got a black marker pen and just went over the edge and then sprayed it for protection and stuff. So because that one's orange, because the other one I had to go with like a white finish just to make it a bit different. And you can see that let me just make it dark again. The brown finish on this one is much nicer than the other one, so it's just a bit different. So again, stickers and paints on the helmet and decals. So that's a few of my painted, updated Stormtroopers outside of regular Stormtroopers. I can never buy too many Stormtroopers. You see, I have 2 Sand Troopers. as you can see, I have 2 Sand Troopers right there. So I'm still not sure what to do with the extra Stormtrooper kit that I've not painted yet. I'm trying to experiment. I got like a plastic spoon. I sprayed silver leaf and then let it dry, and I sprayed gloss finish over it, like 2 layers, and then I sprayed a bit of transparent blue, but I wasn't quite getting that reflective shine on it. I don't know how to get a reflective glossy finish on certain ones. So if you know how to do that, that'd be great. Sort of like how someone would spray paint like Kamarada Ichigo's helmet, where they can get that really nice shiny blue, like a light blue on top of silver. It looks so good, but I don't know how to do it. I'm not managing. So oh well. So at the end of this video, I will just post like rotations of each of these figures on the rotating stand at the end, so you can have a close look at that if you'd like to. And so yeah, tell me what you think. I'm obviously not a pro at painting. I keep improving the painting skills, but there's so many places I still mess up. I still draw over the line sometimes. It just really frustrates me. And my masking tape skills aren't the best. I see there's a few bits on those little, what do you call those, shoulder pad things that I still mess up. So, feel free to leave comments below, but I am quite proud of the scout bike there. I feel like I've done a good job with that. So yeah, subscribe, suggest, and comment below. And of course, take care and have a nice day. I will see you guys soon, and may the Force be with you.